Salut, Andrei. Welcome to Panou. It's a new video blog under the ring. We're glad to have you here. First of all, congratulations for the European title. That was really nice and a big achievement. I think it's been probably the biggest basketball event that I've seen in Romania. To me, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I heard also, you know. I've been here for a while and what I've seen so far, this is like the biggest event being organized so far. And us like players, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, the biggest achievement that somebody can dream of. Somehow, even if it is 3-on-3, it is really important for Romania and for us, as players.
It's been great. I liked how the event was organized. I liked how FIBA stepped in, how Sport Arena stepped in. It looked very good also on TV. Producing TV, we did a good job, so it was really a very successful event. First European championship organized in Romania.
And we won.
And even better, our team, your team Romania won it.
And the Sport Arena is really, they're like pioneers on this team, and they have a lot of experience. And everything they do so far is been pretty good, and it shows.
And I've seen an evolution, like from year to year, because I've been watching this as a fan and also even as a player since 2010 or so. And every year it's been growing. You can see more people, more teams. The level is better. The dunk contest is even more extensive. It's more amazing. So it's really great. So I'm glad to see that developing in Romania and even growing. It's growing worldwide.
FIBA has invested a lot of money in the last 3-4 years in this, and it shows. It shows when a big organization, put themselves into something like this. It shows, you can see. Every tournament, like you say, bigger. It's like more exposure. It's like more people watching. Live streaming all over the place. Dunking contest, 3-point contest, Nike is a sponsor, Samsung is a sponsor.
It's really growing. It's really growing. Let's know for our viewers. Let's get back a little bit to your background, how you started. We actually talked on the phone. We had something in common that we both watched NBA as we were little, like in high school.
Many years ago.
Yeah, exactly, and we were waking up in the nights to go and see. To watch an NBA game. So tell us a little bit about that, how you started.
Well, I started when I was like around 10 years old. Now I'm 37, so 27 years of basketball. I started something like that. Somebody came to my school, just tried to introduce us to basketball. And I kind of liked it. I was a football player before. I had no idea, but everybody plays football in Spain.
Yeah, it's like Romania.
I tried basketball and I really liked it. I liked the feeling. I was a little bit taller and it was easier for me to play.
What did you play first? Did you play 5-on-5 or
2-on-3? Yeah, 5-on-5 as a mini basket. That's a category that I used to play when I started playing. But at the same time, every summer, basically almost every day of the summer, we were playing 3-on-3. We used to hang a basket, I told you, on a tree. On the street below, we used to play, and every time the car was passing, we were stopping.
So really street ball,
street ball, as raw as you can get it. And we were playing 4, 5, 6 hours every day. And I was 10, I was playing with guys 16, 17, 18. That's the way, I got to like basketball even more. You had to fight with these guys, they were taller, they were stronger, they knew more basketball than me.
So really in the end you really started with 3x3?
Yeah, something like that.
The same with me, exactly the same experience.
I think it's like pretty common for basically all the players,
It's very accessible, it's very easy to find the courts to play.
Yeah, you find people in every court.
You find people everywhere, you just go on the court and you play. That's there, right? So it's very fun. Tell us a little bit about then how you got into the pros, how you went to the States.
Yeah, you know, I got my 5-on-5 career, you know, developed a little bit. I thought I was an okay player. I was playing for Gran Canaria team until I was 16 years old. And then I received a scholarship to go to a high school in the States, in LA, where I played with Jason Cabona, the 3-point shooter.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He played in high school with me. I played against Paul Pierce.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Against him. Anyways, after that, I got a scholarship to go to college in New York. So it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a dream.
yeah, I mean, it's something that you cannot really do in Europe, to mix up basketball and school at the same time.
Yeah.
In Spain, I got to an age where they told me you either play basketball
Or
or you go to school. You cannot do both.
yeah.
So in the States, you had the option. I mean, you had to do both.
Yeah, what I like about the States is that they really have a system.
Yeah.
And it's like so big, and it's like really a whole industry, a whole even religion you can go like
Yeah,
that.
it is something else. I mean,
It's something else.
Yeah.
It goes in. It touches all aspects of the society. It's really
And
has
from
a
an
big
early
impact.
age, they're already organized. And they do sports, but they also allow you to go to school and to do well in school. They understand that you play sports and you don't have so much time, and they try to give you handles in the school. So
Alright, so after that, were you considering did you have like real chances to get into the NBA? Did you?
not really.
Did you think about it? Did you want to go there?
It's a dream also.
Yeah.
Any basketball player, if you want to be a basketball player, you have to dream more than you can all the time.
Yeah.
You have to have your feet on the floor also, but you have to want more. If not, you're never gonna grow as a basketball player. So it is normal, you think that you want to and you work to try to make it. I was like one of the best, at the moment, my last year, I was like in the top 10 Europeans in Division 1 college, scoring wise. I had like 18 something points per game. So I was like pretty
You played number 2? Or what did you play back then?
2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
4, I was playing more like offensive, Defense, I was guarding.
Is that no more towards the end of your career you played more too?
Yeah.
I guess it's...
Even in Spain, when I was young, I was playing the point guard. So during my whole career,
this shows you're very versatile player. And
Yeah.
actually you can see that in your 3x3 play. I can see.
Yeah, I can do a little bit of everything. I can
Tell
do well, penetrate. So
tell us a little bit about if you had like mentors, like stars that you really wanted to be like, let's say this guy.
I like Magic.
You like Magic?
Yeah, that's the guy that I grew up with. I love the fact that he was a really tall guy. He was like the tallest point guard in the league, and the way he was running his team, everybody was playing so much better.
Yeah.
Just because of him, he was making everybody look so good, and I like that type of game,
Magic probably the best point guard.
In my opinion,
Yeah, I think
in my
so.
opinion, is like I told you, he's the type of guy that you would love to play with. I mean, he's gonna find you open every time. He knows what you like to do. I like to play with point guards like that. Have a couple of guys like that during my whole career. Guys that make you better and they make the team better. They don't look so much for themselves. They understand that the position of the point guard is to run the team and to make everybody better in the team, so you get results. And I think Magic was excellent for that.
Yeah. Now let's touch a little bit on your professional career, because you played in many places. You played in Germany, you played in Belgium, I think.
I played in
here in Romania. So you
played in France first league, Belgium first league, and I went to Germany first league, and I went to Spain, Le Oro, I think second division in Spain, and then I went to the ACB, the first league. Then I went back to France. Again, first league, I had a rupture in my muscle. I stayed like 6 months, it was pretty big. I stayed like 6 months, and then I came to Romania, started practicing with the team. I decided, okay, let's give it a try.
in Constanța.
First of all, I came to Wourld Petrol. I practiced with them. I even had an agreement with them, and when I came back in the summertime, the team was gone. So I wanted to stay in Bucharest, because I had a lot of business. I said, okay, what to do? I went with Dinamo to practice with Dinamo, and I didn't like the atmosphere, So I said, okay, I'll go to Rapid. And I went to Rapid just to have fun, just to keep on moving. At the end of November, Dragan Petricevic, the ex-coach from Asesov at that time, he gave me a call. He was in Constanza, and he told me to go over there to sign with them. And that's what I did. I went to Constanza. Then the year after, Constanza disappeared, and I went to Vitesse. I played half the year in Vitesse. And my ex-wife had a baby, and
right. So you traveled, you really traveled a lot. You've been everywhere,
all over the
place. Is there one particular team that you can say there you felt most like home, or where you really felt the connection, or there's probably more?
There's been 2-3 teams where I felt really good. One of these ones is in Germany, in Tübingen. It was my second year as a professional basketball player after a horrible year in Belgium. I went to Germany first league, and I really refound myself somehow. As a player, as a player, and I started loving the game again. Something that I lost when I was playing in Belgium. Also, my first year in Constanza was amazing. I came in the middle of the year. The whole atmosphere was great. The city was great.
Yeah, the seaside is nice.
We had a pretty good result. We finished in third place after being 7th place before I came. So it was pretty nice. And my first year in Otopen. It was also another place where I found the taste of basketball again. We had a not so good team, but we made a team with not so great players.
Let's get down to the transition to 3-on-3 and how that happened.
Well, that's thanks to my good friend Britz. Every summer he was, "Hi Santana, can we beat Sport Arena? Hi, let's play this tournament. Hi, come on." So one of the summers I tried, like around 5 years ago. And I went to Sport Arena to play a tournament with him and Mihai Bucharest and a couple guys. It was nice, it was nice to go back to the roots. He told me about some tournament in Moscow, one of the biggest 3-on-3 tournaments. I said, okay, let's try it. We go there, it was an amazing experience. I mean, huge tournament. They're pros. What they're doing, they're pros. The prices are great. The whole thing, the way it's organized is amazing. Really good teams. We finished in 4th place.
I know, which was really good.
It was really good.
You didn't have that much experience back then.
No, our team was.
And the game is different. It's more physical. It's very intense. It can get I think it can get even more emotional than 5-on-5.
Yeah, you don't have so much time to recover somehow to think. Everything happens so fast.
Yeah, it's really dynamic.
Every emotion counts. You cannot really put your head down. Because you're gonna get it.
And the pressure is also the time pressure. You only have 12 seconds to shoot.
12 seconds, 10 minutes, 21 points.
It's really fast. You have to really be on your top notch.
Mentally really tough. So.
How is it like because played a lot of 3-on-3 tournaments, how is it like to go to play in one of these tournaments and to really get to the final stage?
Well,
I think it's very intense. They usually take like 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's very 3 days are really intense.
You usually play either 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, or 3 days, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. You play like around 6, 7, 8, 9 games during the whole weekend. It gets intense, especially because some of the players, I would say most of the players, but anyways, they're not into a 5-on-5 physical condition anymore. Even though it doesn't really count for 3-on-3 to tell you the truth. But it is good, to have a physical condition. So if you're not in a good shape, it really
you can struggle.
It touches you, for the whole next week after the tournament. So it is intense. It is intense, and we get hit, and you don't have time to recover. And you play again, then you get cold, and then you have to play again, and then you get cold again, and you play again. Your knees and your back and everything hurts. And the way we usually do, we usually go to different countries. And we try to have a good time also, you know, we just don't go to play basketball because at the end of the day, this is streetball.
Yeah.
And we go to have a good time, to meet different people, drink a beer or 2 or 3 with the other guys, and then the next day I'm gonna beach in the court. So we had a good time last night, but tonight I'm gonna beach it. And I think
that's what I like about you, and it's also the atmosphere. It's not so, you have some hip hop music going on, it's not so, the referees are more, let's say, relaxed, they let you play. The game is, because the game is physical, if you will whistle everything, you can't play. I mean, so the whole atmosphere, it's really has also like an urban culture feel to it, which is nice, which I think is really good. Alright, tell us maybe just 2 words how it felt for you to win now the first European Championship. I mean, for you as a person and as a team player, let's say, I don't know. Because you've been through a lot.
I've been through a lot, what to tell you, I mean, we knew we had somehow pressure to do good in this tournament, you know, it was organized by us somehow. Everybody was telling us, oh, you guys are gonna be good, you have to get the medal, one of the medals, you know.
I know, the pressure was pretty big.
I didn't really feel the pressure anyways, to tell you the truth. I thought that, you know, we had a pretty good team and our chances, you know, they were fair. I mean, everybody, like I told you, this sport, everybody can give you some prize and you have to be really focused and really you have to have a good tournament to make it to the end. So I was confident on what we can do. You always have a lot of emotion, especially after you pass stages, you know. You get the level of pressure, the level of emotion somehow. It's a little bit bigger every time, but I was pretty confident that we can do something good. On the last 3 games they were really tough. Also the game with Azerbaijan was like really intense for us, as we lost 2 times with them in Amsterdam. I think for us it was like...
It was really okay, we need to get these guys.
It gave us a little push, you know, we played great that game. I love the way we play as a team. Everybody was doing the right thing and I think that pushed us a little bit, that gave us the extra level of confidence that we needed. Quarterfinals, semi-finals and the final, I mean, I think every game was like a step up for us. With Lithuania, we were right there, it was like a...
that was close.
Yeah, it was a close game. And
also really the final with Slovenia was pretty close.
The final with Slovenia, especially with the call that the referee made with the four free throws and the ball. I remember, you know, I tried to take the charge and they called foul on me and then Popescu came after me, they called technical on him and I just left. And I was like going around the court and I was thinking to myself, there's no way in my house, because I consider this in my house, they're going to take this from me. We're so close, we're controlling the game, there's no way. And I said, now I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to do something with it. And I was like going around the court like crazy, I was like talking to myself.
You kind of took over the game, the last part.
I told you, I felt the adrenaline coming up and I was talking to myself and I said, no way, somebody's going to come here to our place and they're going to take it from us because we won it and it showed. We showed that we won it. It was good that the last minute and a half, even though we were down, we were able to fight back. You know, we could have said, okay, referees, they're playing good, the referees...
No, that showed really maturity and character. It showed
the fact that we are, Catalina and I were really experienced and we integrated pretty well Popescu and Stefan Basile, you know, and it shows that we played the whole summer together. And the feeling was amazing. I mean, we didn't realize what we did until a couple of days later. Even though after the game, when I saw
do you feel like a change now? It's like, I don't know, people stop you on the street and say, take a picture.
Kind of. I mean, like I always kind of have that, like in other places, but to have that in Romania, you know, people that enjoy the fact that, you know, we play basketball, it's refreshing. It's new for me in Romania. I told you I have that in Spain and in Germany, but in Romania nobody stops you.
I know.
You play
it's just football, but it's changing. I think it's changing.
Yeah, it's changing. It is. I have people like humping me on the street. Oh, Santana, congratulations!
That's nice.
And it actually is nice because...
And I think it's going to continue to develop. I mean,
yeah, I hope so.
I mean, people just need to see some results and see people are serious in the sport. Doesn't matter if it's in a team sport, especially. If they see results, if they see passion, it's going to happen.
I told you, like during the final, after the final, most of the people coming in, I even dropped some tears. You know, even though it's not my country, I mean, it's like
your second country.
Second home. And I felt proud, you know, that I won something for Romania, you know, and I started crying. I didn't cry for a long time. But I was serious, I was like, what the hell, you know? And I had some tears coming down. And the second day, we had a big party, you know. I had a good party. Everybody loves me for that. The second day, I woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning after I went to sleep at, I don't know, about 2-3 hours before that. And I couldn't sleep the whole day. I still had like a dread, you know, and I started realizing what we did.
What happened?
Yeah,
it's really, I think it's history.
Yeah,
like
for Romanian basketball,
it's really a place in history. All right, let's now look a little bit to the future. It's Tokyo World Tour is coming up now in beginning of October. 10 to 12.
10 to 12. 10, 11,
12 October.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. I know you guys qualified there on the second spot after Novi Sad. I don't know, what are your chances? What are the teams you're looking, you're following? You think is gonna play big there? I mean, it's not at the national level anymore. It's
but there's many teams that are national teams. Well, not anymore, but it was some teams that play national teams.
And so even your team, so Bucharest is pretty much the same, except one player is exactly the same.
Yeah, we may go as the same formula. Maybe we're thinking about that. Novi Sad is going the same way. There's a team from Canada which played last year in the final in Istanbul, and they're becoming even better. There is a team from Oregon, I think it is, that came 3 years ago to Miami, and they're coming also with better players.
I think it's Denver.
Denver,
Team Denver.
Which they're coming also a little bit stronger than 3 years ago. There's two teams from South America, two teams from Slovenia, I think it is. Slovenia, which they know basketball, so they're always dangerous. Two teams from Asia, which they're gonna give you some trouble. They're playing home, so
they will have the crowd behind.
Yeah,
so
I think that is coming some team from
Qatar.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a strong competition. I think it's gonna be at the same level as the European probably. It's gonna be strong teams and everybody want to win. So
about the Asian guys, so there is one Chinese team. There are the guys from Qatar. There is a Japanese team because it's of course it's there. It's in Tokyo. Have you played before with Asian teams? What was your experience?
We play with the team from Japan. They're trying. They're not at the level of the European teams, physically and basketball-wise. But they fight. You know, they always fight. And I told you, being home, you don't know how they're gonna play. You don't know what players they have right now.
What I liked about these teams, the Asian teams, they really fight. I really liked, if you watch the FIBA World Cup this summer, I really liked, for example, the Philippines. They really fought. I mean, all the games,
guys, they don't really,
they didn't lose more than like 10 points or something. So they really gave their hearts out. They had Andrei, which is a very good center. So I really like that they fight and they have a lot of spirit.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're good for fighting.
I mean, I think I'm sure the momentum from the European Championship now you will carry that into this tournament.
Yeah, hopefully we're gonna use it in the right direction. Hopefully, the little push that we have right now, the little extra confidence that we have right now, hopefully it's gonna show and it's gonna show in the right way. So I'm looking forward for that. I'm looking forward to playing.
Us too. So I'm sure a lot of people are watching. All right. So thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Hope to see you again. And lots of luck in Tokyo. Thank you.
Uitați-vă la Panou.